Hey, here we are on Brunch with Brian. And guess what? It's National Financial Freedom Day today. So I want to talk about financial freedom and what that means to you and how to achieve financial freedom in your life. Really, it comes down to, in my mind, two things. How much savings or reserves you have, and then how much income you have coming in every month, even if you don't work. Okay, because if you're financially free, to me, means that you no longer have to perform every day, at a job or work a job to take care of yourself. Okay, so and your loved ones, mainly your spouse, mostly if you've got family, I want dependents like younger kids, then you got to take that into consideration as well. So how much income do you have to have per month? And I want you to think about a number on this. How much income do you need to have per month to basically pay all your bills and, have left? I don't want to scrimp now, live a great lifestyle. So, does that take $5,000 a month for you? I would guess it takes more than that. And most people sort of think about $10,000 a month as it's an easy round number to think of. And so when you think about being financially free, can you achieve a time in your life, can you achieve this, scenario in your life where you have $10,000 coming in per month, regardless of whether you're working or not? Okay, so you sleep all day, you make $10,000 that month. Okay, now how do we make that happen? Now that's part of it, and then I also believe that you should have capital reserves, and you should have money in the bank, for emergencies and that, and just other assets. Now some assets might be in real estate, which may not be liquid assets, but this is what's producing your liquid cash in a financial free scenario. So in this financially free scenario that you have $10,000 coming in per month, regardless of what you do, how do you achieve that? Now, sometimes people could think, if you could find an investment, sometimes people invest in stocks and bonds, and we have money through 401ks in the stock market, and that's going through patchy times, the stock market. So stock market doesn't seem like the greatest investment right now. And neither does Bitcoin or crypto. That seems kind of dicey. So the best thing that we've ever found to invest in is real estate. It's always when you can find investment cash flowing properties, that's the type of real estate to invest in, and not putting all your money into it. Remember, the way we teach it, you're buying these properties with maybe 10% you have into that house, but probably less, and in most cases none of your own credit. And hopefully, now I'm not completely adverse to it, with a modicum of wisdom, doing things like buying properties and doing a fix and hold strategy, where you buy a property, you fix it up, use whatever financing, maybe hard money financing for that. But after that, then refinancing it, and in some occasions using your own credit. Credit is a tool that you can use. And if you're scared to use your credit, you'll miss out on good deals. So you should sometimes, judiciously use your credit. Again, now I don't like to, sometimes you can find properties where you can get some kind of seller financing and you're not using your own credit. So we just got a duplex where we're giving the guy 5% down, but it's two sides, both are already occupied, and both are getting $850 a month, and our payment's going to be $1,100 a month. So this is a functioning cash flowing property on day one. Now, if you can get the right kind of financing from the seller and you have nothing down, or a small amount down, that is a workable deal. So you just got to sort of evaluate it case by case to some degree as you're building this cash flowing fortune. So you look at each property and how much property is that going to cash flow per month. I want your target to be at least $200 a month, but maybe 500. And we've got a property right now that we're cash flowing $1,800, over $1,800 a month. So you'll find, now that's a more expensive property, so if you're into more expensive properties, but you'd be surprised when you find an area where properties are under 100,000, sometimes 50 to $100,000 properties, you can get big cash flows. We have one in Indiana where we're getting a $545 a month cash flow. We have another one that's $485 a month cash flow. Tiny properties, I mean, those are little examples of a whole bunch of other ones. And so that's the kind of properties, when you build up a lot of properties like that over time, how many properties do you need to have? If you have an average of $500 positive cash flow is, that's very good. If you got $500 positive cash flow on a property, you should be, celebrating. But don't forget that there's also depreciation and principal reduction. You're paying the mortgage down over time. So every time that payment goes in, your renter or lease purchase buyer is paying your mortgage off. So you're actually making, not just, even if you were breaking even on the house every month, like your payment was $1,200 and they're paying you $1,200, you've got depreciation, you've got principal reduction coming out of that, where you're making at least a couple $100 a month. So think about your cash flow. I'd like it. So let's say you get, how many properties is it going to take to get to $10,000 a month cash flow? Financial freedom. Remember, it's National Financial Freedom Day. So we're talking about your financial freedom and how you get there. And so having a passive income cash flowing stream. Now, if you had $1 million, if you make $1 million in your real estate and doing a whole bunch of rehabs or whatever, and you amass this big pile of cash and you figured out a place to invest it where you'd get a 10% return, then you'd be getting like $100,000 a year. If you had $1 million, big pile of money, and that you could just get 10% return on it, you'd be making $100,000 a year. So some people, you could pay off and everything, and you lived in your dream house paid off, and you had your RV paid off. You could probably live on $100,000 a year. So now, if you have that $1 million in real estate, though, then that's not just interest income that you're kind of counting on, it's income coming from your properties. So that's where, how many properties, if you have an average of $500 cash flow per month to get to $10,000, obviously you need 20 properties. So how long is it going to take to get 20 properties? Let's say your cash flow is only $333 a month average. That means you need 30 properties. So how long, and maybe you already have some properties now, possibly, but let's look at your portfolio. What does financial freedom mean there? How long is it going to take you to get there? Well, 30 properties, let's say, and it might be only 20. Let's say that's 10 a year. Okay, so 10 a year would take you 3 years to do it. That's really not that much time. And I've got to really stress the fact that the market is really turning in our direction now. Everybody should be really aware, and you should be watching your market. You should be making offers right now. People are starting to, there's seller fear out there again. And so sellers are starting to sit on properties. The days on market are elongating, getting longer. So I want you guys to be out there and very active and have at least one of these deals in your portfolio by the end of summer. And even if you've never done any, and hopefully two. You got 2 months. You could do one deal each month. You could do one in July, one in August. And then you'd have 2 cash flowing properties. We're making 2 offers on 2 properties today. One is a divorce situation, and they started off at $240, and they were asking $240. Then they dropped to $200. We went and looked at the property. It's kind of rough, and then we learned that the judge is actually kind of in on this, and so we're offering $140. And it looks like a great cash flow situation, and it's going to be a seller financing deal. So we're coming up with nothing down on this deal, and just covering their payments. So this could be a really spectacular deal, and we're making an offer on that one, and then we're making an offer on this gorgeous duplex that looks great. We're going to get in there. They're sort of halfway through the rehab, so they haven't wanted to show people, but we talked our way in, and so we're going to be making an offer on that. And I believe that's going to be a full price offer. They're asking $160 for this nice duplex. And this one. So this is why you guys got to be tapping into your realtor market. A realtor is showing us this one, and it's a pocket listing. She's going to get the listing when they're ready, but she hasn't listed it yet. So nobody knows about it, so she's bringing it to us in advance. And yeah, we're going to offer full price, and they're going to give us owner financing, and this is going to be a great deal. So I'm looking forward to buying 2 houses today. So guys, get out there, get tapped in. And don't neglect the realtor market. We work with a lot of realtors when they understand what we're doing, and we look at a lot of listed properties. Now the listed properties are getting longer, right? 30 days, 60 days. When you see properties like that, you talk to the agent, you say, Mr. Agent, I'll pay your commission up front, but maybe your seller might want to sell this house and they'd be open to taking monthly payments. What do you think? And so you approach, this is a whole strategy we're taking advantage of with agents now. We're doing a lot of agent business. So guys, tap in. There's a lot going on. I want you to be financially free. So I want you to compile a lot of dough, and I want you to also have great monthly passive income that pours in whether or not you're working. So get to that 20 or 30 properties of cash flowing, what we call pre-funded homes or pre-funded properties, seller finance deals, which we love and have always loved, creative financing. So I'm excited. I love talking about this stuff, and I went over my normal time. I like to normally keep it to 10 minutes, but oh well, I got excited and we had a lot of great things to teach today. So let's get some, I'm going to be financially free. Let's say I am financially free. Let's do what we call future pacing. That's a way to put yourself in your mindset of what the future is going to hold for you. And so I say, I am financially free. Now I can say that. You guys, I hope you can say it. Maybe you can say that right now, but soon you're going to be able to say that, guys. Within the next 3 years, again, the market is really hot now. I want you out there doing lots of offers. So I am financially free. Right? Let's do that. 1, 2, 3. I am financially free. I am financially free. I am financially free. So you don't start to feel it, and all of a sudden your brain starts thinking, well, okay, I'm financially free, so that means that I do this and I do this, and your brain gives you the clues of what you need to do to be financially free. So that was great. Let's do our deep breathing with a big smile. Lots of great comments today. Thank you guys. Ken, Christy, good to see you. WL, nice deep breath in. Hold it a little bit and exhale with a big smile. Another deep breath in. Hold it a little bit and let it out. All right, awesome. Boy, you guys, I feel great. I feel financially free. Feel how great, big keys to your success and mental outset. And when you get on the phone, I am a master caller. I am financially free. I love making closing calls. So let's get going. Let's make a lot of calls today. Let's get out and see some properties this weekend, and let's really make it happen. Let's get to be financially free. Okay, until I see you next, keep expecting success.